Hello and welcome to this week's live lunch with me, Molly, Mark and Jane. How are we all doing this week?
We're good, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, good.
We've just got lots of viruses flowing around, flu and things. So if you hear lots of coughing going on today, you know why. But yeah, there is definitely something going around this winter season, isn't there? Because we've got quite a few ill in the office. But yeah, it is what it is.
On, aren't we?
Yeah. Hopefully, you won't get it through the screen, so it's fine. You're safe. But yeah, how's it been in the office?
Oh,
it's good.
Yeah.
Quiet without you.
Yeah.
But we did put up the Christmas tree.
Yeah, I can't believe it's December.
It's the 1st of December. Now the Christmas tunes can officially start.
Yes.
Maybe not in my house yet. But
I'm working from home this month.
Oh yeah, okay. So we'll see you in January.
Yeah.
Should we just jump straight in, guys, with the social media news? Who wants to go first? Because I feel like we've all got stories. A lot of Twitter stories, actually. So maybe we'll get one of the Twitter ones out of the way. Why don't we go to you, Mark?
Yeah, go on then. Obviously we keep talking about some of these things every week at the minute of what's happening and what's potentially happening. But Elon's shared some other stuff now about his Twitter 2.0 vision this week. So I think it was a couple of days ago he put some slides out from an internal presentation and just sort of gave some ideas of how he sees sort of Twitter moving forward. So there was 6 sort of areas which he identified. So there was advertising as entertainment, more focus on video, long form tweets, which obviously there have been some things about long form tweets anyway with their notes thing, which is out there somewhere anyway. Encrypted DMs, which I think we did speak about last week as well, which had been muted about. And then this relaunch of the blue verified, which still hasn't actually been confirmed, I don't think. So there was different bits in there that were obviously quite interesting. The advertising as video, advertising as entertainment thing. The example that I saw on the article that I read was a bit like some of the BuzzFeed sort of quizzes that you used to get on sort of Facebook.
I used to love them.
I love them.
Sort of trying to get obviously engagement and things on that kind of thing. Again, on the video thing, there wasn't too much sort of detail in there, although one for Nicole and Molly is Elon Musk put a tweet out saying "Bring back Vine?" ?
Yes, bring it back.
So there was
because now me and Molly are just going to be having Vine throughout the whole live lunch.
There was on this at the time of this there was 5 million votes and 70% of people wanted it back.
Yay!
So
isn't it?
You can't rule it out. And then again, obviously speculation that they might try and somehow compete with YouTube on certain things. I think there was something where Elon had claimed he can offer higher payouts than YouTube for creators. So we'll see on that one, how that one goes.
Yeah.
Obviously, long form tweets, like we said, the notes have been tested before. DMs, that's pretty self-explanatory. And then with the blue verified, again, all we've got so far, though, that it will include a verified checkmark, priority placement at the top of replies, mentions, and search results, see fewer ads, upload longer videos, and get early access to new features. But again, it doesn't say anything in there about, like the celebrity / brand thing about people.
But I've seen another article, though, just to add to that said about colours. So you would get a check mark if it's gold if you're a company, grey if you're government, and blue if you're an individual or a celebrity.
That would make sense.
Somehow they would have to have actual manual checks, though, to make sure that you actually are a business or a government person. But that was, and that's from about 3 days ago. So again, might have gone by now, but
this could have all changed, couldn't it? But no, I mean, obviously we keep saying about obviously there was an influx of sort of fake accounts using check marks as soon as the checks were taken away. So hopefully they will change that.
So they are still doing the monthly subscription though, where you can buy blue tick, but it's just gotta. They're still doing that.
I don't know whether they pulled it, did they, or is it still out there?
I'm not actually sure.
Yeah. I mean, like we said, last few weeks, everything's just changed every few days, hasn't it? So, I mean, the other one on here was also to do with payments. So making payments on Twitter as well. So again, I suppose that's looking into the sort of e-commerce side of things maybe as well, looking to sort of, you know, we've obviously said about shopping and things on TikTok and other platforms. So maybe that's what they're looking at there. I'm not quite related to that. Obviously, I think we did speak about it in the office as well. There was some, I think it was on the BBC website. I saw this one where they removed a lot of the sort of, was it the COVID misinformation rules and things as well. So again, sort of changing the way that they're moderating things, which sort of leads on to, I'll go quickly to another one because that sort of leads into part of this, which obviously we were just talking about before we come on air, where Elon Musk has had a bit of a spat with Apple and Tim Cook, and I think some of that was to do with sort of free speech and things, and Apple had reduced their advertising on Twitter or pulled it at some point, I think, because they were worried about obviously the people that he'd let back on and things like this, which apparently then led to an actual sort of face-to-face meeting between Elon Musk and Tim Cook at Apple, with, you know, Elon Musk sort of tweeting, "Thanks, Tim Cook. Thanks for taking me around Apple's beautiful HQ." all nicely. So perhaps they're playing nice together again now. So we'll see.
Maybe he gave him a free iPhone while he was walking around.
Yeah, well, I think that was the other thing I saw in one of the articles, was that Elon Musk had threatened to build his own smartphone.
Why are we not surprised?
Yeah, so it's there's just so much stuff going on. It's just hard to sort of keep up with it. You know, it's just crazy, isn't it? But anyway, that's enough Twitter for a minute anyway.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next?
I've got a few LinkedIn things, if that's all right. So LinkedIn have rolled out a few things recently. So post scheduling, we've talked about this. I think it was rolling out on desktop a little while ago, but apparently it's starting to roll out in the app now. I don't know yet. On either the app or desktop, but have a look next to your post button. There should be a little clock if you've got it, and then obviously you can pick a time to schedule. So again, you can schedule things through third party, but having a native scheduler means you can do it while you're in there, and also you can look at how your post is going to look rather than relying on the third party thing showing you how it's going to look. So that's quite a good one. And then the next thing they're doing, which I thought they'd done already, but anyway, was rolling out auto-captions on video. I've seen captions on things. I assumed they were auto-captions, but maybe they weren't. Apparently, it's English only at the moment. You can add the captions on mobile or desktop, but you can only edit them on desktop, and you can only edit them once. So, but yeah, I'm a little bit confused by that one, because like I said, I thought there were already auto-captions.
Yeah, I really thought so. They must be.
I would have said so. Yeah.
Not sure about that one. So the next one is newsletters. So if you have a newsletter that you create each week, when someone searches on your name, that newsletter will now appear right underneath you, and the person can subscribe right from there if they want to.
Good idea.
Got one. And then finally, they're doing some new competitor analysis things. So you'll be able to track your competitors. You'll be able to look at their follower growth, their most recent post performance, and their engagement rates.
Oh, wow.
A bit of stalking and keeping ahead of the game for your own company. So that's really useful on that, actually. So,
there's some really good LinkedIn updates, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, God, LinkedIn and Twitter.
Great.
both at it. Okay, Molly.
Yeah, so mine are, I've got one WhatsApp and one TikTok. So WhatsApp are now, they've been testing it, but it's actually rolling out now, messaging yourself. So the idea of this is to send yourself notes, links, appointments, voice notes for yourself, Nicole. You can send one to yourself. I personally use messaging myself on Teams from one device to another. So I guess you could do that on WhatsApp from your desktop to your mobile and vice versa. But I guess my biggest like question mark around all of this is like, why wouldn't people just use their notes for making lists? So it was saying like you can send yourself a shopping list, but most mobile phones now have a notes section where you can write your shopping list, and obviously appointments you would probably just put straight in your calendar. But this is something that WhatsApp have tested and people have liked, so they've now rolled it out. Don't know if any of you think it would be useful.
I think I would use it.
Yeah.
Please send myself voice notes. No, I'm joking. I don't think I could put myself through the pain of listening to me. But
oh, so it's all right for everyone else.
I guess you could do like a voice note. Say you've just had a meeting with someone, you could do a voice note to summarize the meeting, and then you've always got the information. I guess that would be a good way of doing it.
Because sometimes I do it on Facebook, where I've like sent content through there to then just grab on my phone as well, like in the car. So I think I would maybe use it for like that sort of thing. But and links maybe. Because I have done that on Facebook as well when I think about it. Just if I see like a shopping link or something I want to buy, I'm like, oh, I'll just send that and I'll go back to that. And I never do. But you know what I mean? It's always there.
Yeah. So that's my WhatsApp one. And then TikTok is a bit more of an overview rather than an update. So they've recently done a survey into young people. I think we've spoken about this before, going to TikTok as a search engine. And there's been a lot, obviously with November being Men's Mental Health Month, a lot of young people have been searching mental health on TikTok for support and advice. And there's been a survey into 500 videos, and they found that 84% of these mental health support and advice videos were misleading, and potentially 14% were damaging. And 9% of people that were posting these videos had no qualifications. So I guess theirs was saying about people using TikTok now as a search engine. It's actually, well, where is that information coming from? And clearly a lot of it is misleading or harming. So yeah, I found that quite interesting to see that. And they're talking about now potentially people only being able to upload advice and support for topics that they have qualifications in because of this kind of stuff, because it is potentially damaging and misleading. But yeah, I was quite shocked to see those statistics.
Yeah, 84%.
Yeah.
It sort of doesn't surprise me either in one sense, but also at the same time, how are you going to police that? If someone does a video and they start talking about do this to help your mental health, who's going to be watching them all?
And I wonder what kind of videos these are. Like, do you know what I mean? Because
some of them were... sorry, I looked into some of them, and the biggest topic was about ADHD and how people, I'm not sure if you've seen the trends going around, but it's like, oh, I can't sit still, so I've got ADHD. And it's like, well, this is actually people self-diagnosing themselves now, and it's clearly misleading. Yeah, I thought that was quite interesting.
Yeah, I have seen, I have, do you know what? I actually have seen a lot about this ADHD thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
so I
it's
guess...
like,
But like you say, Jane, how do you police it? Or how as a young person, if you're predominantly on TikTok and it is seen as a search engine, obviously that's where you're going to start looking for your information. But
I think it's good if you sort of like someone was talking about their own mental health, and then you sort of, I don't know, just feel like you could relate to it. But it's not facts, is it? It's like that's just someone's like what someone's going through. Like those, but it's like if it's, I don't know, it's a hard one that, because it's like I think, you see things and you can relate to things on social media, but it's not necessarily like the actual, I don't know, facts and things. But
and this example about not being able to sit still, people were saying like you can't just categorize yourself as such a generic thing. Like there's so many different reasons it could be, and people are just now like categorizing themselves through TikTok, which very interesting.
I think that's bandwagon, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is happening a lot. Like it's and imagine the people that actually have been diagnosed, how they actually feel when people are just sort of jumping on
it trivializes it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because I also saw this video about this mum and her young daughter, I want to say, is actually diagnosed with ADHD, and her daughter was having like a bit of a a meltdown moment, and her mum filmed it, like went live filming it, and there was a big debate about, well, the daughter's not consented to you showing her in a vulnerable state.
Yeah.
But the mum was like, well, I'm just trying to show awareness. So
Yeah.
it is very interesting how people just take to social media to show their lives, but also it's being mindful of what other people are thinking, I guess.
Yeah.
That is really, really tricky, isn't it?
It
Because
is.
that might have been really useful for somebody to go, oh, I'm not alone. My child does that too. But at the same time, you're right. That child didn't consent to having that on there. So I'm glad I'm not in charge of policing that one.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Is that all you've got, Molly?
I have got one more, just a quick overview.
Go on then.
So Meta have done a report of their Q3 on Facebook, just an overview of the data that's been going out. And the first point to note is that there are large gaps in their overview because posts have been removed for violating platform rules. But as a whole, they've seen less political related content, but the majority of content is tabloid and celeb related on Facebook currently. But yeah, that was just a quick overview.
Interesting. Has anyone got anything else?
I've got a couple of other Facebook ones actually. While we're talking about Facebook.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, apparently they are introducing a content explorer in groups. So you will go into your group. I don't know if it's just for admins or everybody, but basically it helps you find relevant content to the group that you can share to get people talking. Really. So I guess if you have a little bit of a dead group, that might be handy to get it going again. And the next one is story comments. They are being rolled out further, so some people might have these already. So you can add a comment to a story that you see, but it doesn't appear on the story. It goes like as a DM sort of thing to whoever's posted the story. So could be nice, could be, well, it depends what you're going to say about their story, to be fair, doesn't it? It might not be nice. But,
that's like Instagram though, isn't it? You know, when you it's similar
to that. So and then the next one, I have this actually. So it's a full screen scroll test. Other people might have it as well, where once you start scrolling, the top and bottom bars disappear off your Facebook on your phone, and you just literally get the full screen as Facebook. And then you have to scroll down again if you want the little menu to come back at the bottom to, flick between marketplace and things like that. So that was actually quite handy. And they've also introduced an add new post button up at the top. So, because before, if you like scrolled for half an hour and you want to add a post, you had to go all the way back up to the top to go to the add post bit. Now you've got a little plus button, so you can just do it straight away.
Oh, that's good.
So that is very handy. And then the last one I got for there's a new share in Instagram DMs. So if you see a post on Facebook and you like it, you can send, now when you get that option to send in messages, share with friends, whatever, you now get a share in an Instagram DM. So if you thought that was somebody on Instagram that might like it, you can send it directly that way too.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Because I sometimes find that, like, it's rare that I'll go on Facebook, but I do see the odd gem video on there. But it's like I just save it and then don't really send it to anyone. But that's I like that.
Yeah, quite handy.
Yeah,
that's all I have though, I'm afraid.
I've got one Twitter one, and it's just Twitter expands content recommendations, showing users more tweets from profiles they don't follow. So there's like a list. I'm just going to read them out. So it's interest based on Twitter activity. So it's pretty much like anything that we've been seeing, but I'm actually really shocked that Twitter hasn't been doing this before. Topics to follow, tweets you've engaged with, tweets people like in your network, and people followed by people who follow you. It's that, like, it's.
I read that. I was like, what?
So I just thought, like, surely Twitter would be on that already.
Yeah, because I seem to get a lot of like recommended tweets, and like
that's what I thought.
But some of them I'm very like, well, where has this come from? Because I don't know. I might get something about cricket, and I'm like, no. Twitter, read the algorithm. No, cricket is a lost cause with me. Or I don't know.
We're going to work on that one.
No, we're going to work on the football, Mark.
Yeah. Oh, guys, what a win the other night.
What a win. Just do a little...
With Rubige. This is when Mark said he would start, like, tuning in a little bit.
He did.
I watched it the other night.
He did.
I didn't.
See, now
Jane.
next time we're on here, we need us all to say that we watched it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But yeah, has anyone got anything else news story wise?
Just one other quick Twitter one, really. It's obviously not something we do a lot ourselves, but Twitter's tweaked some of their advertising sort of products. So they've had a rebuild of conversion goals and called it website conversions optimization, which is designed at sort of getting sort of lower to mid funnel sort of conversions, website conversions, at a lower cost per conversion on average. So that one might be good for some people that obviously are doing Twitter advertising. It's looking to maybe the conversions are getting people to add things to carts or maybe completing a purchase or something like that. So might be quite a good one. They've got something called dynamic product ads, which is designed to show relevant products to Twitter users at a time they're most likely to buy. It doesn't say how they're going to do that, but again, it might be through sort of things that you've looked at before. So they're using retargeting, which works with the pixel. Prospecting, so serves relevant product ads to people that haven't visited your website. And then in integration to get a catalogue through, a bit like on Facebook as well. And then something called collection ads as well, which allows people to showcase multiple products through so they'll have one primary hero image and then almost like a carousel of other products as well underneath it. So it's just a different way of sort of presenting the ads, really. But apparently that's available to all advertisers now. So.
See, that is very similar to Facebook ads. They have dynamic product ads,
all
sorts of things like that, and those
Yeah.
Collections. You can showcase a collection as well. So
yeah,
it's like, I wonder how long it'll be before Twitter is literally Facebook, isn't it? Longer form, more videos, captions, adverts, this, that.
Oh,
well.
So but that's my last one.
That was quite a lot. I feel like we shared a lot in that.
Considering it's been American Thanksgiving and a lot of people have been off in the States last week, there's actually way more news than I thought there would be. I thought it'd be a really quiet week.
Yeah, but we whizzed through that. It's because we've got a really busy day, guys. So we've just come here, giving you the news. Well, now we're off. But yeah, if anyone has anything else to add, speak now.
No, I don't.
No. Okay.
No.
Well, I think that's it. We've been live on Facebook, YouTube, and Green Umbrella's LinkedIn.
Yep.
I didn't say it at the beginning, so I was like, do you know what? I got halfway through this live lunch and I was like, I didn't say that at the beginning, so I'll say it.
Oh well.
And that would have been really cool if I just didn't say that, but I just, basically said that I forgot to say it. But yeah, anyway, you can join us next week at 12, and until then,
See you then.
have a great week, everyone.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.